Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all who coming to the sessions. So Alhamdulillah. So we continue with our series of PG Camp. Okay, now with the sessions. Okay, turning in. Okay, my name is Mohd Nihra Haruzuan Mohd. So I am from Department of Creative Multimedia and Science and Mathematics and Creative Multimedia. So I would like you to join in. So now it's 39 to participants. Okay, it's okay now. So I will also give attendance link maybe after a few minutes of my presentations. Yeah. So I will start now. So this is all right. So why we should why we should I mean carefully plan, yeah, carefully plan our writing, especially because sometimes when we write we tend to forget. All right, so when we tend to forget sometime when we write we need to quote other people works, and sometimes we forget about that. So to help us to help uh, so I'm talking about myself as well, yeah, as a researcher, and you all as a student. So to help us, we can use a software, all right, a checking software, which is called as Turnitin, right? This is very powerful software, so that we can use and provided by the university. Okay, UTM provide us with this software, and I believe that majority of you, maybe majority of you know about this software. Yeah. So why we need to bother about this software? Turn it in. Right? The software is basically named Turn It In, meaning to turn our article, to turn our report, to turn our draft thesis, turn, yeah, and then it is basically the paper in. All right, so when we turn it in, so the quality of the article can be improved. Yeah, so it help you to highlight which sentence, which words that you need to change. Yeah, so this is because plagiarism. All right, I would like to draw your attentions, yeah, to this. All right, so why it is very very much serious, which is in UTM we call as plagiarism. Yeah, so we do have plagiarism circular letters. Yeah, all right, this is the circular letter from UTM. All right, so in Malay, basically in Malay, I'm very much sorry. So all right, so when you read this, okay, we do have the plagiarism guide. Yeah, so if you do not adhere whatever or follow whatever have been written here, so you might get in trouble lah. All right, so here, okay, what is the plagiarism? Okay, so seseorang pelajar tidak boleh mempelajari apa-apa idea penulisan data for ciptaan orang lain. So this is basically I have been right out here, right? So what is the consequence? Okay, you can disciplinary action can be taken on you. So okay, what is the actions or tindakan, right? So basically you can be compound, for 200 ringgit, and then you also can be unenroll, to your program. All right, so your thesis will not be will accepted. Okay, so this is all in here. So all are already stated here. All right, so it's very serious. All right, so in simple word, what is plagiarism? Yeah, so plagiarism is basically copying another's work or borrowing someone else's ideas. Yeah. So basically, we cannot avoid this. Academic world, all right. Our invention or our research is not start from nowhere. It is not something like out of nowhere you can create your research. Out of nowhere you can suddenly get invention. No, this is basically you need to build up from another people works. Okay, that's why at the end of your thesis you will state your contributions, right? Because your research will contribute to another one, another research, another body of knowledge, another area. All right, it's basically an accumulate work. People have done that. It's not you the one. It's something no one know about that. Okay, it's out of suddenly happen. No. But in order for you to contribute, in order for you to fill the gap, all right, you need to be ethics. All right, you need to have ethics. Yeah, ethics. What is the ethics? So if you know this your work is basically following uh, researcher A works. All right, researcher A work have done this and this and this. All right, uh, there is another aspect that that researcher have not done, and you will done it. Okay, that is where your work is. You need, to acknowledge that researcher, right? Acknowledge that the work is your work is basically inherently from that area of, and this is the prominent researcher that work on the area. All right, that is basically the ethics way. The unethical way, basically, you did not acknowledge the researcher work, but you copy what the researcher have done in aspect A, B, C, right? And claim that it's your work. That is not ethical. All right, that where plagiarism comes in. Yeah, to plagiarize. What is plagiarize? Plagiarize is basically to steal or pass the idea, to steal or pass ideas or word of other people as your own, right? That is plagiarize. Okay, you not even credit, acknowledge that source. Okay, that plagiarize. That is basically we call as a literary theft. You steal that, all right? And basically, plagiarize is not something that can be tangible only, right? We not can see only. Intangible also can be plagiarized. Ideas as well. Ideas is something that we cannot see, and in these ideas you need to protect. So that's why sometimes when we have our own idea, okay, we put it in our conceptual framework in our thesis, okay, to protect that ideas, okay, from be stolen. Okay, sometimes when you do your conceptual framework, you haven't yet present your proposal, all right, but suddenly your friend use your conversation framework because maybe maybe you have other discussion with other friends and he heard it, right, and he used your framework without telling you, and he present it in his proposal. So what you will have, that is basically a plagiarism. Yeah, and to protect that you need to make your ideas, your work legal through what? Through publication. You need to publish first. All right. So basically, maybe to protect your from the conceptual framework from being theft or from the steal from others, you need maybe to produce a conceptual paper. Okay. In that conceptual paper, you might describe, you might explain some aspect of your theoretical framework. So when you publish, it's already protected that because this is your works. So other, will not simply use, all right, that ideas. Okay, so Alright, I'm going to put hello all. Okay, the attendance link, yeah. Okay, the attendance link in the box, the chat box. You can take it. All right. All right. So this is very, very, very serious. In UTM, it's very serious. All right. Okay, I'll already show you the these letters. Okay, the pekeliling, yeah, we call it as a pekeliling in Malaysia. Okay, this is very serious, yeah. And you know what? Another things. Okay, sometime. Okay, maybe this is for international student. All right. So maybe in your local language, all right, your local language, maybe you are from China, all right. In China we do have a different dialect, right? We not only have Mandarin only or Cantonese only, we have a lot of dialect, yeah. And that dialects, okay, basically have a different way of writing, right? So different way of writing, and maybe your university, because in China we have a lot of university, okay, and in that particular university, you find one thesis, right? That thesis is been written in their language, in their dialect, right? And then you convert that thesis, because that thesis is belong to another person. You convert that into English, and you claim that is yours. I will basically, warn you this, okay? You cannot do that, because Turnitin can detect it with different dialect as well, right? And this is also have been, in the attentions of the university, all right? Because some people from other countries we do not know, all right? So maybe in that country, particular country, there is an unpublished thesis, unpublished thesis. The other world, the other side of the world do not know about that thesis. Okay, you translate that thesis into English, and you do claim that as your work, and you publish it. Okay, maybe sometimes you submit it thesis in other institution. That is also wrong. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Okay, I will continue. Okay, you can ask me, in my talks. Don't worry. You can just write in the chat box, or you can just okay, you just can turn on your mic and ask me, right? Okay, next, plagiarism. Okay, this is plagiarism. Yeah, all of these are considered plagiarism. Okay, turn in someone else's work as your own, that is major plagiarism. Yeah. Okay, copying word or idea from someone else without giving credit, that also plagiarism. Okay, sometime, okay, the student, all right, they want to, or they copy one paragraph, okay, and then they change it, they paraphrase it. Okay, that can be, okay, that can be allowed in academic world, but you need to acknowledge that paragraph come from who, all right, who is the author. Okay, the unethic way, okay, you paraphrase it, you change it, but you do not cite the original author. Okay, that is unethics. Okay, fail to put a quotation, all right, basically to quote lah, to quote someone else's work, you fail to do that, right? You fail to give the correct information about the source, all right? Okay, sometime, okay, this is another one, yeah. You claim that, okay, this is very important, because of that this is we are going to do a, but you cite other wrong reference, because maybe you cannot find that reference. You need to have strong evidence. You put other people, okay, which is not relate to that that information, right? You give incorrect. Okay, that one is also plagiarism. Yeah. Okay, you change word but copying the sentence structure of source without giving credit. Okay, this is basically relate to the number two point number two. Yeah. And Point number 6, copying so many words or idea from source that it make a major. Okay, this is another one. All right. For example, you find one book. Okay, that book contribute a lot to your works. Yeah, and you only cite from that books. What happened? What happened to your works? Okay, 80% of your works, all right, reflect to that author works. Okay, because you only cite that author. All right, so that's, it's also not good. All right, you cannot depend on one book, on one author. All right, so this is basically you basically fail to to dig more, right? To find more, to learn more about the topics. All right, you need to learn, yeah, to learn, to try to find another similar research so that you can have a variety of sources. All right. Okay, citing sources. How can you do that? Okay, you need to acknowledge the material, yeah, from who. Okay, this is basically you borrow, actually, basically that you only borrow the sources, okay, and put it in your works, okay, because it's crucial, right? So citation means the way you tell the reader or the examiner that this material is basically came from another sources. You build up that knowledge only. Okay, you trying to contribute only. Okay, this is have been done, and then from that particular work, etc., etc. The extension of this have been made, have been carried out. Okay, but that work is from blah blah blah. That is researcher A or B or C. All right. It also give you the readers the necessary information. What information? So sometimes your examiner, okay, when you submit your thesis, your examiner will read, okay, the citation, and then they might search for that citation, okay, they copy that citation, and sometimes they Google it, and if they do not cannot find the exact reference that you mentioned, sometimes you might in trouble. Okay, okay, the examiner will check, will verify, okay, whether basically the majority, all right, the heavy claim, eh? Sometimes you claim, okay, all right, ABC is very crucial. You claim that that is make up as a heavy claim, and then your examiner will use your reference and they search it. Is it true, your claim? Is it, I mean, what have you claimed? Okay, all right, that is very important, yeah. Okay, so you also give the information about the author, you as an author, yeah. Okay, the title of work, the name, okay, citation, you need to give the author name, the title of the work, okay, the company, the location, the institutions, okay, the date, okay, when the publication have been published, and maybe some other things like page is very also important. When you have direct citation, direct citation mean you use their own the researcher word, okay, that must have direct citation, okay, so that the examiner can check, okay, which page, okay, is that the right sentence, okay, okay, the exactly the same sentence that the original author have been said, okay, they will check it, right? Okay, so how can you sometimes we also forget. Okay, I also forget. Okay, because we are human. All right. Sometimes when we write, particularly for thesis have like a 6 or 7, sometimes 8, chapter, seven, sometimes 7 chapter, 6 or 7, 6 is the minimum, 8 maybe the maximum. Lot of chapter, lot of pages. Yeah. Sometimes we do highlight that particular area or sentence that need to be paraphrased, okay, modified, but sometimes we forget, all right? So when we forget, we need other um, other tool to help us, okay, turn it in will help us. So how can we do that? So for student, yeah, for UTM student, you can use turn it in, yeah. So how can you do that? You need to log into Turnitin website, yeah, www.turnitin.com, right? Click a button, create user, right? Tap create user, and then, okay, you have to create your account, right? Create your account like you sign up for email, okay? As I will show you also later. There is also video. Okay, we also have video for that. We have this is formal from the Turnitin. Yeah. So from that you will put your name, your password, your email address, also your class. Okay, you can get the class ID from the faculty or maybe from your lecturer. If your lecturer did not know, you can ask for the lecturers. Yeah. Okay, the screen is dark. Okay, can you see the screen? How many of you cannot see the screen? Okay, all right. So, okay, thank you. Now, okay, yeah, all right. So once you have already have class ID must be, you must get the class ID from the faculty. Class ID is the one that formal, yeah. You cannot create the class ID. The class ID is belong to the faculty. The faculty have the class ID. You get the class ID, and then you put your name, all your detail, your credential, and your password, okay, etc., and you submit, right? So once you have done that, okay, you can click on that class. We need that class ID to enroll you to that class, that particular class, yeah. So when you have already and have that class ID, you can enroll to the class, okay, and then you can choose assignment, okay. So on that assignment, it will list how many submission you need to do. All right. For the faculty, I think for every chapter, yeah, for every chapter you need to upload. If you have 6 chapter for your thesis, and then you need to upload from chapter 1 until chapter 6. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. Yeah. To each of the chapter submission. And for each chapter, you need to at least have less than 20% similarity. Yeah, must below than 20%. If the similarity is above 20%, you need to change. You need to make a paraphrase. Yeah? You need to modify the sentence, right? And then submit lah. After you upload, you need to submit. And then you have to wait for the report. Okay, the report will not be automatically produced. Okay, it depends on your chapter. If your chapter have like 300 pages, and then it will take time. Okay, if your chapter have like 30 pages, maybe you will it will faster, okay, than 100 pages, right? Okay, it depends on the chapter itself, right? So once the report is ready, then you can log in again and download the report. Okay, that particular report basically the one that you need to verify with your supervisor. Your supervisor will verify is that report is stating that it below than 20%, and then you need your supervisor to verify that, and then you will send that report to the faculty. Okay, for each chapter. All right, I will show you also the report later on. All right. Okay, next. Okay. All right. This is the same, yeah. You log in again. The one is student without account. This is basically you have the account. You have already done the process. You know how to submit. Okay. So if you have account, you just enroll the log in, turn in, enroll, and then submit, upload for each submission, and submit and wait for the report. Yeah. So what is the issue? What are the issues? All right. Okay. The first one, no report. Okay, produce. Okay, maybe it took longer than usual. Usually like 1 or 2 days, but it is now is already a week. Okay, that one. Okay, you need, yeah, to ask. Okay, you need to go to the faculty and ask. Okay, what happened to your report? Okay, or maybe WhatsApp, just WhatsApp. All right. Okay, maybe this is because of the due date. Yeah, the due date may need to be changed. All right. So the second one, student are unable to see the original report. Okay, this is also you need to inform the officer, yeah, who handle the turning in to check the report. Okay, sometimes the report is no. You need to report it's yes. So then you can see the maybe the setting of the original report need to be changed. All right. So you have 100% similarity index. All right. Your chapter 100%. So this is sometimes we have two reasons for this. Okay. First one, maybe you have commit plagiarism, right? That is the first one. Okay. The second one, maybe okay, you have submitted, all right, earlier to turn in, okay, the article you have already submitted, and that particular submission, the repository, they went to the repository, right? The repository should be off. Okay, so basically, the turn in will not remember or recall everything that you have submit, right? If the repository is on, yeah. So that's why we'll get 100% similarity index. So you don't have to worry. If you get 100% similarity index, this is basically just technical issue, right? You just need to go to the faculty, okay, inform the officer, okay, I got 100% similarity index. This is basically you haven't deleted my previous submission. I have I have done several submission before, and please delete my submission. Okay, and please turn off the repository. Okay, okay. This is you need to communicate, yeah, to the faculty representative. I will also give it to you later, yeah, the person. Okay, this is a example, yeah, example of class ID. All right, so class ID. So the faculty have basically have the authorities, yeah, to renew the class ID or to create new class ID. If the old, okay, for example, you are in you enroll in master of educational technology, and you have submit research study report, okay, RS2 before, right? That one is maybe in 2020, for example, and then you enroll to PhD, okay? So you need to submit for your PhD. Okay, you already have your submission before. Okay, that one is basically maybe in the class, different class. Okay, that one is maybe in year 220. And then you need to enroll to year 2021. Okay, this is, so the status expired here, meaning that you cannot enroll to that class. You have to enroll to the active class. And for PhD, you enroll to PhD. For master, you do enroll to the master class, yeah? Okay, the person is basically Encik Aziz bin Yaakob. You can contact this person. Okay, also you can go to the if you are SOE, School of Education, you can go to School of Education. You can ask one Sally, Selina as well. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the enrollment ID is basically the class ID. All right, you need to get it from uh, uh, the faculty. Okay, the password you can ask the person as well. Okay, this is the old one. Yeah, you don't, please don't use this one. Yeah, this is the old one. When I was in charge for the turn in. Yeah, now I'm no longer in charge of the turn in. Okay, we do have video here. The first video is how to create a new user, submit a paper, as well as a viewing original report. Yeah, so we will check by one. Okay, this is the video where you create your own account.
This video will guide a student through creating a new user profile. To create a new student user profile, you'll first need to know your class ID and enrollment password. This information should be provided to you by your instructor. Go to Turnitin.com and click the Create Account link next to the Login button. Click on the Student link below the Login area. You must complete this form in its entirety to create a new student user account. First, enter the class ID number and the case-sensitive Turnitin class enrollment password. Enter your first name, last name, and a valid email address. This email address will be used as your login for Turnitin. Create a user password. The password must be between 6 and 12 characters long and contain at least one letter and one number. Re-enter the password to confirm it. Select a secret question from the drop-down menu. Enter the answer for this question. Remember and keep this information. The answer is case and space sensitive. Review the user agreement carefully. Click on I agree to create profile. Your account will be created and you'll be automatically logged into Turnitin.
All right. So next, how to submit paper, your paper, yes. All right. To submit paper,
This video will show students how to submit a file to an assignment and turn it in. First, click on the class name. You'll be taken to the class homepage. Locate the assignment you want to submit to and click the Submit button. On the Submit page, your name will be pre-populated, so enter a title for the submission. You can upload a file from your computer or from Dropbox or Google Drive. To upload from your computer, click the Choose from this computer button. Select your file and click Open. To upload from Dropbox, click the Choose from Dropbox button. Log into Dropbox if prompted, select your file, and click Choose. To upload from Google Drive, click the Choose from Google Drive button, log into Google if prompted, select your file, and click Select. Once a file has been selected from either your computer, Dropbox, or Google Drive, click the Upload button. Wait a moment while your file is processing. When it's ready, you'll see additional information about your file, and a formatted image preview of your file will be shown. You can scan through the pages to ensure you've uploaded the correct file. Some file types, however, cannot be rendered with an image preview. Click on the Confirm button to finalize the submission. You'll be taken to a confirmation page which also serves as your digital receipt. You can click Return to Assignment List to go back to the class homepage.
Okay, another one, yeah. So the one that I said about repository, okay. So hang on. So if you see, okay, when you want to upload, all right. Hang on, yeah. Once you want to upload, okay, here. So there, okay, the file you are submitting will not added to any repository. If you see this, okay, that one is very basically good, right? Good, meaning this is the right one. Okay, but if you see this, there is no this option. Okay, all the options will say your file will be submit to repository, and then you need to ask to the person who in charge turning in the faculty or in the school to off it. Okay, to turn this off. If your submission is been added to repository, and then you might after this, when you submit another submission, will get 100% similarity index. Okay, this is because the setting of the repository are not off. Okay, it should off. Okay, it should be like this. The file that you are submitting will not be added to repository. All right, because Turnitin have their own repository. Once we submit, there will, okay, we do have the choice whether you want to submit to the Turnitin repository as well or not. If you submit to the repository as well, okay, when you want to submit a new submission, you might get 100% similarity, okay, because it's already in the Turnitin repository. Okay, the last one, how can we view our report?
This video will show a student how to view an originality check report and go over some originality check features. From the class homepage, locate the assignment you want to view. Find the similarity index or percentage in the similarity column. This similarity index is the percentage of text in your paper that match the sources in the Turnitin database. Click on the similarity index and a new window will open. This is the document viewer for Turnitin. You'll notice that the student paper is on the left, and the matching sources appear in the sidebar to the right of the paper. Text within the student's paper that matches to the content in the Turnitin database will be highlighted in the student's paper. Each match is given a number and a color. This number and color appears within the student's paper and corresponds to the sources in the sidebar. The percentage refers to the percentage of words in the entire paper that matches to the source. Click on the matching text within the paper, and the matching source with the text will be displayed in a pop-up, showing you the matching text plus some of the surrounding text. You can also click on the sources listed in the sidebar to jump to that match within the paper. The sources listed in the match overview in the sidebar is Originality Check's best source. It's not necessarily the specific source used by the student. To view additional sources of the matching content, hover over the source listing in the sidebar and click on the circled arrow icon that appears. This will take you to the match breakdown view. From the match breakdown view, you can see some additional sources that may have been used. For internet source matches, you can view the original web page by hovering over a match in the sidebar and clicking on the circled arrow icon. Information on the live web page may have been changed since Turnitin's last crawl of the web page. Click the left arrow to go back to the match overview mode. To view additional paper information, click on the Paper Info icon in the bottom left of the document viewer. Paper Info will reveal the paper ID number, when it was submitted, word count, character count, the number of times the paper was submitted, as well as the breakdown of similarity index by database type. To the right of the info icon, you'll see a print and download button. Click this button to download the Originality Check report as a PDF. It's important to understand that Turnitin identifies similarity in written work. It's up to an instructor to carefully look at the Originality Check report and make the determination if something is plagiarized. Thanks for learning how to view an Originality Check report.
All right. So when you get the report, it will feel like this. Yeah. So I will give you the example. Okay. All right. This is an example of all chapter. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Chapter. So this is report is turning in from Turnitin. All right. Submission date just 23rd January. Yeah. So when you go to so all right. Okay. This is the index. Okay, only 3%. Okay, that's good lah. Yeah, 3% is very good. All right. Okay, sometime you can also submit through chapter by chapter, but for the faculty you need to do chapter by chapter. Yeah. So when you go chapter by chapter, all right. So see, all right. So this is the highlight. So the highlight mean that Turnitin recognize the sentence. Yeah. All right. See, the highlight mean that the Turnitin recognize that sentence, and if you go to the chapter, we'll say 5% similarity index. All right. So the resources is basically from here. Yeah, from UUM repository. So from okay, but this is okay. Okay, 5% is okay. Yeah. So the not so okay is basically if you have more than 20%. Do I have here? Hang on, let me check first. Okay, I think I do not have. Yeah. Morgan, do I have? None. If I can.
Este video le demostrará cómo crear un perfil de estudiante. Primero hacemos clic en el enlace Nuevos usuarios. Después seleccionamos estudiante y nos sale el menú donde ponemos todas las información. Lo primero es el ID de la clase y después su contraseña. El instructor le puede dar esta información. Lo siguiente es nuestra
Somebody is
información personal.
talking. I heard
Ponemos
somebody is
nuestro
talking. Yeah.
el apellido y el correo electrónico.
Oh, here, I think this one. This is the
Lo siguiente es nuestra contraseña.
okay. So at the moment, the School of Educations. Okay, do we have this submission? I could not view the no. Okay, so I don't have any submission for my, and I couldn't log into the admin. I only can log into as I'm the instructor, right? So basically the instructor, your lecturer. I'm the lecturer, yeah, the supervisor. Okay, the supervisor can basically check your submission. If you have submitted, okay, you also can ask your supervisor the class ID. Okay, ask your supervisor if your supervisor know. Okay, so if your supervisor did not know, then you go to the faculty. If your supervisor know, your supervisor can add class for you. All right. I'm the supervisor, maybe master, yeah. So master class is educational technology. Okay, maybe others, yeah. The subject is others. Student is postgraduate. Okay, class maybe N. Okay, all right. Okay, submit. Okay, all right. See, this is the class ID. All right. Your lecturer can give this class ID to you, right? Class ID. Yeah. Continue. So when you have the ID, yeah, this is the ID, right? So your lecturer, okay, your lecturer create that ID, okay, right? So when you submit to the ID, all right, okay, and your lecturer also need to have the assignment first here. If there is no assignment, you can also submit. So yeah, hang on, I'll do it for you. So for example, chapter 1. Chapter 1, all right. So this is all okay, but for optional setting, all right. So your lecture should no repository here. All right, see there is a no repository. If they change this to different, right? So you might end up into 100% security index, yeah. Okay. All right. Submit. Okay. There is a password also here. Where is the password? No password, yeah. All right. For the report, report, yes, you will see. Okay, see, you can see the report. Yes, if your lecturer put no here, you cannot see the original report. The original report only can be seen once your lecturer give it to you. Right? You cannot see it. Okay, but if this depends to your lecturers. Okay, so but if your lecturers want you to see it, you will pick yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Save. Okay, maybe I will put it as a okay, submit. Okay, this is chapter 1, yeah. All right. Okay, so there is a chapter 1 here. Okay, so when you log in, okay, as a student, yeah, you create account as student. Click as a student. All right. What is the class ID? Alamak, the enrollment key. I forget to get the enrollment key. Okay, the class ID is this one lah. But I forget the enrollment key. Okay, what is the enrollment key? I have to log in again. this one. This is the class ID. Yeah, already the enrollment key should be, where is the is it in here? I think the enrollment key is from the faculty. All right. Yeah. No. So the enrollment key is from the faculties, not from the lecturers. Yeah. So okay, it's okay. So you can get the enrollment key from the faculty. Yeah, faculty admin. So once you create your account, click student, put your class ID. All right. And enrollment key, you need to get it from the faculty, because I do not have the enrollment key. I cannot finish this process. But you can put your name, your last name as well, your email, and your password, and then create your account, and then you can make a submission. Yeah. Okay. To continue. Okay, so you need to achieve less than 20% similarity index, right? So in order for you to pass the Turnitin check, okay, if you have 20% similarity index, then you have to make a modification, yeah? So if you do not modify it, you cannot submit your thesis, right? So any queries or questions, or maybe to ask for the enrollment key, you can ask the representative from the faculty, which is Encik Aziz bin Yaakob. He is the IT manager there. Okay, you also can ask for all the postgraduate officer as well. Okay, about this. Okay, so you can go to the School of Education, to the office. All right, so if you need help, so I think that's all. Okay, if you have any questions to ask, I open to the floor. Okay, I will give you the PowerPoint later on. So any questions beside PowerPoint slide? I will give it in the WhatsApp, yeah, WhatsApp group, EduTech WhatsApp group. So any questions? If we don't have any more questions, I think I will end this sessions. Yeah. So we already almost 1 hour session for Turnitin. So I wish you all the best for your research, all right, and for your exam as well. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Thank you.